Alright, this is a very brief tutorial on basically an introduction to cascading style sheets. I have several other tutorials out there. This one is really showing you how to use the page properties as an introduction to cascading style sheets. So what we're going to do here is, as you can see, I have a web page here that has not much text except introduction to cascading style sheets. I want to go back to what we did with Microsoft Word. So what we're going to do here briefly is as I adjust the window here to make it fit the recording a little bit better, I'm going to go to Microsoft Word and I'm going to generate some random sentences. The way we do this, if you remember correctly, it says equals rand, open parentheses, and then let's say 6, comma 8, and then it'll produce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these paragraphs with 8 words per sentence. So I'm going to just grab a few of these, copy that, and then go back to Dreamweaver to paste it in here. Okay, edit. I'm going to just hit Control V to paste it in there, and there it is. It's pasted as basically just text. Okay, nothing else. And what I need to do here is I need to change this. So I'm going to call this a heading 2, and the first one here, instead of making this paragraph format, I'm going to turn this into heading 1. I'm going to make this heading 2, and I think this is where I'm going to leave it for now. Okay. What we can do here is, before we, obviously, it's still called untitled documents. I need to save this here first. I'm going to call this for tutorial. Okay, CSS. Okay, we'll put this right in here, and now what I can do is I can change the page properties here. We've done this before, but I want to take you through a few extra steps here. So if we click on page properties, bring this up here so you can see this better, we can change the appearance through CSS. We can change the font, and I'm going to change it to, I'm going to say, Arial black. Okay, and then see if I like it. If I click apply, what should happen in the background is, see, oops, this is maybe a little bit too much, so I'll just go back to the one that I always use, which is Arial. I'm going to apply that, and this looks a lot nicer here. Okay, so I can change that. I could change the size of these. I could change the text color. I could change the background color. Okay, which I'm going to do here briefly. I want to make it a light yellow color. Okay, so the whole thing is in yellow. And then I want to change a couple more things here. First of all, I want to change the headings. The heading 1, I want to make this a specific size. I want to make it 36, and I want to make it a different color. Okay, I want to make it a greenish kind of color, or no. How about, let's see how this looks. Okay, if I click apply, okay, so here's my heading. It changes automatically, and I'm also going to change heading 2, make it slightly smaller, and maybe make it this color. Okay, so you can switch this around as you wish. So here we go. If I click OK, we have changed the look of this page pretty much dramatically. A couple other things I need to show you. One is headings. No, not headings. One is links. So if I link to Iowa State University, for example, University, create my link here. I'm going to put my link in here, http://www.iastate.edu. Okay, perfect. So now I have my link. By default, these links look blue and underlined, but I can make those. I can change that by, again, going to my page properties and changing the link, the way the links look. Okay. First of all, I don't want it to always underline, so I'm going to do the underline only when I move my mouse over it. The link color, okay, I'm going to make a sort of a little darker blue here. The rollover link, okay, that is when I move my cursor over it, I want it to sort of highlight, to jump out at me a little bit. So I'm going to make that. I'm going to make it red here, okay, and I'm also going to change the active link, make that gray. Okay, and I think this is, I'm just going to leave it like this for now. I'm going to click OK. and as you can see, the underlining went away. To see what this is actually going to look like when you use it in a browser, you can click on Live View, and then as I move my cursor over it, do you see this? Okay, so it's basically, as I move my cursor over it, it turns into red and underlined. When I click on it, it becomes active. It changes into this gray color. Okay, and then it would take me there. So I think this is pretty cool. The other aspect that I was going to show you here just briefly is what to do about images. So I need to get back out of Live View so I can insert an image. Okay, let's do this here. Insert image, and let me find an image that I can put in here, and I think I usually just use mine. Let's see. My goodness, this is ancient. This is an old guy here. My goodness. I have one that's even older. Don't I have one from fall? A more recent one. Fall 07. Let's just use this one for now. Okay, it's a small image here. We'll pick this, put it in here. I'm not gonna alternate text. I should probably put something in there. Image of Volker. Here you go, hammer. Okay, click OK, and this will put my image in here. And as you can see, you can move the image around, right? But it sort of looks ugly. It doesn't really flow nicely. So what we can do here with a rather sort of a quick solution here is we could click on alignment, and this is off your screen right now, but it says default baseline top middle. So how about I have a left aligned image? That way everything else flows around me a little bit. Okay, I can make additional changes here, but I'm not going to do this yet. But I will move this up a little bit here so that I can have basically there we go. Okay, so that I can have the heading then on the next page. So you can make additional changes. You could have a border if you wanted to. Okay, you could have vertical space and horizontal space, but a lot of this is done now with CSS, so we won't even do this very much. Now, this is a much better looking page, I think, anyhow. I'm going to save this. I want to show you what's happened here. So basically what we have, if I click on split view, we will now see this is the WYSIWYG editor. This is what it looks like. So this is basically the same text that we have over here. So the text is separate. This is simply the content. The way it looks is defined up here in a so-called internal CSS or style sheet. So we have here a number of different declaratives. Look at this. For example, body. This is TD is for table headers and so on. So this would all be Arial sans serif. Body. Background color is FCC, which is this this light yellow color. H1, H2, those are the headings. Then we have a link that's a link overall, a visited, hover, and active. Okay, so this is all this style stuff that is in here. What if I let me show you this. So if I take this and I cut it out, save it, and go back over here, it will jump back to the way it looked before. Okay, so not something I necessarily want to do, so I'm going to go back here. I'm going to do undo, put this back in, save it, and then go back here, and it applies this to this page. Now, obviously what we're trying to get at is now we have this set of instructions, as you wish, for this page only. We can have an external style sheet that we link to, rather than having this in the head of the document, an external style sheet that we link to, and then the same kind of rules can apply to multiple pages. The benefit of that obviously is that we are able to make changes pretty much instantly. So right now, if I say, you know what, I don't like this red. I don't like this very much. So I could go back to my page properties. I could go back to my headings and change the color from red to some sort of a green color, apply it, and then it'll be green, right? So, but imagine you have 10 different pages and you want to make a site-wide, a change that applies to all 10 pages. You'd have to go through every single page and make that change. It is much more efficient to have a set of instructions that can be linked to a number of different pages, okay? And there are some other tutorials on here that show you how to do this. I'm going to stop here for now and click OK, and I will get back. I'll get back out of